Good morning. Today on Spotlight, the full steam ahead effort to grow Michigan's population quickly. It's a goal of Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and it's being addressed on several different fronts, including appointing Michigan and the nation's first Chief Growth Officer, Hillary Doe. She's here to discuss her new job and her plan for getting it done. And later on our Sunday morning program, a conversation with Sherry Gay Dagnogo, a former state representative, a Detroit school board member, and the plaintiff's spokesperson in the federal case, AG versus Benson, against Michigan's redistricting maps. It's Sunday, November the 19th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. You're not only the first Chief Growth Officer for the state of Michigan appointed by Governor Whitmer, but you're the first in the nation.
That's right.
If you had to describe your job in 20 seconds to explain to somebody what that is, what would you say?
Yeah, well, the task at hand is to really grow Michigan's population, boost our economy, and tell our story to folks across our state and across the country. And that's because Michigan is one of about 34% of states that have been seeing population declines. Many, many more have seen stagnation. So we're not alone in this challenge that our communities are facing, but we are the first to step up to solve it. And so that's my task.
So the big question is, Hillary Doe, how are you going to do in a quick period of time, because you're on a tight rope here from the governor, how are you going to do what so many other governors before her have not been able to do?
Yeah, well, I mean, our first act when we, said yes to taking on this big challenge was a recognition that we needed Michiganders' voices in the mix. I think our best shot at getting this done is making it a group project and really listening, traveling across our state, listening to what growth means to different parts of our state, what it means in the Upper Peninsula, what they're struggling with, what it means for Grand Rapids, for Detroit. And so our first act was to really listen and go on this listening tour across the state. I'm so proud to say in only a couple months here, we've engaged over 3,000 Michiganders in person.
From the UP down?
All the way down every corner of our state, had over 70 events, and we actually released a survey, and over 10,000 Michiganders have given us feedback on what they love about our state and also what's between them and imagining building their future here.
So Hillary, what are you hearing? Is there some commonality that you're hearing from the people of this state?
Totally. Of course, there are some, regional differences, but there's also a lot of things in common. Folks talk about really wanting access to affordable education options and preparedness for these 21st century economy jobs. They talk a lot about vibrant, walkable, transit-rich communities, so transportation comes up a lot. Our infrastructure comes up a lot. About 30% of folks who responded to our survey said infrastructure, from roads to stormwater to broadband, are top priorities. And we also hear a lot about childcare and housing. So those are some of the key themes from really across the state.
What do you see as the difference between what you're trying to do now and say what Governor Granholm tried to do with her Cool Cities program? And she was just as excited about growing this population as Governor Whitmer is today.
Yeah.
But what's the real difference between back then and now, or is there a difference?
I hope there is, and I hope it really does start from the broad consensus that we have across the state that this is the challenge to solve.
One person can't do this.
One person can't get it done.
Chief Growth Officer can't
Absolutely
make this
not.
happen.
Absolutely not. This is a group project and has been from day one. I always say, it's a little cheesy, but I always say impossible things are just hard things you have to do with lots of people, and that's absolutely the philosophy I've taken on here. And it's been so encouraging to be in the UP, to be in more conservative places, to be in our cities, to be in Ann Arbor, all over the state, and here really consistently, this is the existential problem to solve. Of the folks that leave our state, they tend to leave for personal reasons or job-related reasons. And those leaving for job-related reasons, about 45% are 18 to 24. So it's our younger folks who we really want to make sure we have a value prop that, our state can offer that works for them, so they stay here in our state and build a great future here.
When you're selling this,
Yeah.
What specifically are you saying Michigan has that other places around the country don't have? And you spend a considerable amount of time in
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah, I did spend a considerable amount of time in New York City, and I loved Brooklyn for sure.
And I say that because
yeah.
it gave you a chance. People won't say, okay, your vision is reduced to the length of your nose. You got a chance to live and see someplace else.
Yep.
And be able to look back at Michigan.
Yeah, I grew up in Monroe County. I went to University of Michigan. I lived in Brooklyn, DC, Chicago, LA. I've been all over, but I wanted to be back here.
So what is the
and I
rehab
came
that's
back in
better than those
2018.
places?
I'll tell you. Well, for me, you know, I could speak personally about this, but what I'm hearing across the state, folks talk about our natural beauty. And it's nothing to, you know, to sniff at. We have 80% of North America's fresh water, the longest coastline. Our natural beauty comes up in every poll that we do as a top thing that people want, really want. And where people live, place is paramount now for talent. So that really matters. But we also have this unique opportunity to really drive the economy forward. When we look at high growth industries that are coming around the corner, the green transformation, the electric vehicle transition, future mobility, Michigan has a right to really lead those things. And so when I moved back to the state, I moved back in part because I love this place and it's nostalgic and I love our people and our history and our culture, but it's also a bet on the future.
All right, we need to take a little quick break.
Okay.
We'll come right back. We'll talk about some of these 4 pillars that you're working with and what's the deadline.
All right.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. Talking to Hillary Doe. She is the Chief Growth Officer for the state of Michigan, the new Chief Growth Officer. She also wears the hat as Executive Director of the Growing Michigan Together Council. So you're a busy lady. They rolled out a new ad campaign. Same people who did Pure Michigan. What's been reaction to that?
Yeah, You Can in Michigan campaign is what you're referring to. It's a swing at talking to talent, especially tech talent across the country, because we have a lot of those roles here in Michigan that we need to fill. And so far, so good. I mean, we're in early stages. The key to marketing is iteration and continuing to, make little changes that make those ads more and more effective. But as I understand it, there have been over 1,000 signups so far, folks interested in roles here in Michigan as a result of that campaign so far, and it's only just gotten started. So really encouraging results so far.
When do you have to turn these recommendations in?
The Growing Michigan Together Council has been meeting. They work groups in that council rolled out recommendations for their consideration, and they have until December 15th to produce those recs on the governor's desk. You
have a background in high tech, also in
policy.
Political policy.
Yeah.
In addition to your degrees at the University of Michigan, you're on track to get your doctorate at Princeton University in political arena. How does that background help you for what you're trying to do now?
It has been the perfect preparedness. No one ever saw this role coming. There's never been one like it, but it happens to be, it feels like, the perfect preparedness because, the policy work is critical because we really need to think about how we can continue to improve the product that is, the state of Michigan. But we also need to figure out how to tell our story. And my work in tech and some of these high growth industries and was also, marketing work, helping folks think about how to build their movements. And that's really what we're going to do here. We're going to lean into what's great about Michigan, encourage Michiganders to help us share that story of why Michigan is a great place to build your future at the same time as we're really listening to opportunities to continue improving the product that is Michigan and drive us forward. So that's exactly what I intend to do right after these recs come out.
Ms. Doe, what's been the reaction from other states?
We do have that first mover advantage though. A lot of different cities have taken different swings at this, tried different programs that are narrow. This is by far the broadest effort, and I really think that's what it's going to take, a real ecosystem-based approach where we're looking at the hard stuff from structural reforms all the way to, marketing campaigns, talent incentives, pilots and programs we can run, and I think that's going to give us the advantage.
At what rate do we need to grow long-term to make sure that we don't slip back?
Yeah, I can tell you what we're targeting. So our biggest challenge right now is net migration. We want to win that net migration battle. That means getting, not losing more Michiganders than we're bringing into the state. So that's our first goal, what we're targeting really closely. And what we need to pay attention to there is domestic migration. So we need, especially for our young folks, a real value prop to keep them here and to encourage folks across the country to think of Michigan when they're looking for a place to call home. But long term, we're talking a top 10 state for growth. That's what I'm targeting. We want to get there before 2050.
Your husband also has a role in state government.
Sure.
In terms of, interviewed him recently. He's worried about, or not worried, he's overseen infrastructure
Sure.
in this state. The two very much tie together, don't they?
Sure. You can imagine what it's like to live in our house, right? As I'm traveling the state, hearing a lot.
I'm getting the impression it's pretty competitive.
Yeah, we do. We are a big game family, and it does get intense around the holidays. But no, when we've been traveling the state, I definitely, know who to call when I hear a lot about infrastructure, and I absolutely do. I'll just say that not just him, but folks across state government are taking this so seriously. Not just because we have, a big challenge to solve, but honestly, being able to travel the state and talk to folks about this issue has been the joy of my career. It is so emotional and so personal for so many communities. In some communities, it's about quality of life. It's about maintaining, your public school systems, having folks to drive your ambulances. And in other cities, it's about opportunity, that we have the chance for big growth and we need to attract folks here to help us, move it forward. But no matter where you go, it's a tie that binds, that folks want us to take action here, want us to take this on, and everybody's lining up to take it really seriously.
Last question in 30 seconds that we have left. Tell us about this tattoo that I've been hearing about. that is an example of your passion for this
It
thing.
is. I always tell people this was long before the job. I got this when I was still living in Brooklyn and I was missing home, and I always said, I need a little bit of that Michigan spirit up my sleeve. So I literally have a little bit of Michigan up my sleeve now. Both peninsulas on my left arm. Should I show the camera?
You go right ahead.
Here, I'll pull it up. You guys can all see it. Hopefully, maybe we'll see other Michiganders across our state choosing to show their pride, not just in tattoos, but sharing the good news that Michigan's a great place to be.
And you told me off camera someone who wasn't from Michigan looked at it and thought it was a shark?
Even more reason for us to tell our story.
We got some campaigning to do and some promotion to do.
Yeah.
Hillary Doe, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Best of luck on this, and would you stay in touch with us?
Absolutely.
Especially once those recommendations roll out, we'd love to get you back. And we'll be back with more guests right after this. Sherry Gay Dagnogle, thank you so much for joining us today on Spotlight. You doing okay? Ready for the holiday?
I'm wonderful, and thank you, Chuck. I truly appreciate you having me on. It gives me another reason to celebrate Thanksgiving, so thank you.
All right, I like that. Very good. Let's go back. 2018, November, the voters of this great state said that they wanted redistricting done a different way. They set up the Michigan Citizens Redistricting Commission. They got what they wanted. They went through that long process. We've had on the show numerous times. They got through all of that. What they put together, those maps, got adopted by the State House and the State Senate. Everybody thought, okay, everything is said and done, but not so fast. You have now challenged the process, a group of Detroiters. The case has been heard. It's now in the hands of the courts. What do you think the chances are you will win this, or is this an uphill battle, throwing a dart out in the wonderland?
So, Chuck, you're absolutely right. And first of all, I applaud the people of Michigan for always using the process that gives the people the voice, the referendum process. Understanding that wherever you stand on the side of knowing who politicians are, the goal, I believe, was a good goal to try and take the politics out of the process. But in doing so, we had 13 novices that were tasked with trying to develop statewide maps that would be compliant, that would fit within the scope of addressing the needs of all communities. And that wasn't easy. And so everybody that served on that commission, I applaud them for wanting to step up and be a part of the democratic process. But here's what we have in this process. 13 commissioners being guided by what was supposed to be 3 experts. And unfortunately, they were misguided.
And what you are charging in your case is that this has either diminished or eliminated the power of African Americans and their representation, and it violates both the Voting Rights Act, I think Section 2 of that, as well as the U.S. Constitution.
Absolutely, in the 14th Amendment for the Equal Protection Laws. But after 1965, addressing the issues that were impacting our community, that was put in place to ensure that the black vote wasn't diluted, that people in African Americans in urban centers, who obviously are very densely populated in areas and most times are Democrats, would have an opportunity to select a candidate of their choice. Because as a former legislator serving 6 years, being elected 3 times, I understand that my election in the urban community was during the primary. And so selecting the right data to look at voting patterns, congruence, to look at how the patterns of the African Americans vote in those communities, and being able to look at that data and then determine if there was a need to put a black voting age population at a certain level to ensure that the African American community would not be diluted. And so we see in districts similar to Senate District 8, former Senator Marshall Bullock, which 75% of that district is in Oakland County, about 25% of that district is in the city of Detroit. And then you look at the voting differential that exists between Oakland County, 3-1 almost, with the voting turnout in Detroit. And so there was no way for any Detroit candidate, no matter who they were, to be able to compete with a district whose boundaries was 75% in Oakland County, only 25% in the city of Detroit, and then the voting differential. And so that's why those equal protections have to be in place to ensure that the district was more balanced, and then it would have been a competitive race.
Okay, we need to take a quick little break. We'll come right back. We'll pick up on this, and I'll have you address how some people say this plan has actually benefited Democrats more than it has benefited Republicans, and that in turn should have helped African Americans. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to Spotlight. First of all, how do you address the fact that there were African Americans on the Citizens Redistricting Committee representing the city of Detroit? Democrats have a trifecta of power, so the maps certainly didn't hurt in that vein.
So Chuck, while I believe, again, the referendum, the intent was to, kind of bring some purity to the process, I think what was missing was actual background knowledge and understanding what was necessary to be compliant. And so all 13 of these commissioners, 4 of which, and even the chair during our case, testified that they got it all wrong. They were misguided, they were coerced, misdirected. Bruce Adelson, the GC General Counsel for the Redistricting Commission, was selected in this process, and under his guidance, even in secret meetings, he was pressuring them to reduce the black voting age population woefully below where it should have been. And so those 2 African Americans, yes, they are from the city of Detroit, I believe one Harper Woods, but they were not equipped with the background knowledge necessary to develop these maps properly.
And you say this, and this turned out to be racial gerrymandering.
Oh, 100%.
What about those who say African American vote has changed over the last 50 years since the Voting Rights Act, and that the Midwest is certainly different than what we've seen in the South, and that African Americans no longer just live in the city of Detroit, they're in Farmington Hills, they're in Southfield, they're in other suburbs, that they have spread themselves out more. And so in that vein, the way the maps have been drawn now, so that it's not just concentrated on the city, but it goes from the city to the suburbs, actually represents them better.
Absolutely not, Chuck, because you cannot influence policy change in communities. When we're dealing with issues of, let's just say, auto insurance, Troy, Livonia, West Bloomfield, having 20% representation of African Americans pushed into their districts will not give them the voice that is necessary. Further, Detroit is cut up into 22 pieces. Only 7 of the representatives live in the city of Detroit. So the remaining members, 15, are now going to be conflicted. They have to answer to West Bloomfield. They have to answer to Troy. Who do you think they're going to listen to? When you put a district together like Brightmoor and Birmingham, will you listen to your Birmingham taxpayers or will you listen to Brightmoor, especially when you don't live into the city of Detroit? And I have to address the fact that having a trifecta has not proven any outcomes for the African American community. The emergency manager laws should have been one of the first things that they addressed. I put in legislation to address it. Brenda Carter put in legislation to address it, and a myriad of other black legislators put in legislation to address it. The police accountability bills, as the chair, we put in bills to address it. Former chair, now Judge Tanisha Yancey, put in bills to address it, the whole Black Caucus, but they were told to stand down. Every time there's an issue that is confronting the atrocities of the black community, our agenda is pushed to the background. When we don't have the majority, they say, no, wait, so we can get the majority. When we get the majority, they say, no, wait, we have to keep the majority. So we have to be honest in addressing these issues that are facing the black community. For the first time in 55 years, Chuck, no African American congressperson. For the first time in all of these years, 0 seats, black seats on the Senate. We know this is wrong. And so we've become worse than the South. Worse. Alabama won their case. Georgia won their case. I'm hoping Michigan will win their case so that we can put Detroit back together again.
What would be the solution?
So we have an expert, Sean Trendy, that has a set of maps, and I talked to our party chair, Lavora Barnes. Actually, we were supposed to meet before the case on November the 1st. We didn't, but that's okay. We've agreed to collaborate with the party. This is not about taking away the power of the Democrats. They've already done that with 2 of my former colleagues that won their mayoral seats in Warren and Westland. But right now, we're willing to work with the party after we are victorious in this case to look at maps that will still preserve the integrity of what we have now. But what we're saying, not on our watch, will you break away, destroy, crack, and frack the city of Detroit into all of these pieces and spoke us out across into Oakland County. They could have moved further south and kept us in Wayne County. What they've done to us is diminished and diluted the black power and the black vote, and we had to repair that, and that's what we're hoping that the judges will see and what they will do.
And very quickly, if by chance you lose this case, you don't get what you want from the judges at this level, will you petition to the Supreme Court over there?
We are ready to continue going forward with what we've seen in Alabama, with what we've seen in the state of Georgia. There is no way reasonably possible that we won't get the same remedy, and that's what we're looking for.
And you expect a decision roughly? I know you
I said we're bumping up to the holiday, but I would say late December, January.
All right. Sherry Gay Dagnagle, thank you so much for joining us this day on Spotlight, and we'll keep track of it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Chuck.
And I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the Spotlight. We hope you have a great week.